Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're unpacking something that's really making waves, not just changing content marketing, but fundamentally reshaping it.
Yeah, we're talking about generative AI.
Exactly. And our main source here is this really insightful article from Techshift. It's by Jay Tillotson, came out just last month, May 2025.
And our goal really is to try and cut through some of the hype,
Yeah.
and really get down to how this source sees generative AI impacting the content marketing landscape. And maybe more importantly, what you, if you're working in this space, really need to be aware of right now.
Absolutely. Because the article makes it super clear this isn't some far-off future thing anymore.
No.
Generative AI is moving incredibly fast, like from buzzword to strategic necessity.
It really is. It's changing things profoundly and very quickly. How content gets made, how it gets out there, how people consume it.
Yeah.
And it's fascinating how the article frames it. It's not just, the automation we used to think about. It's using things like large language models, LLMs. They're sort of the brains behind generating the text and understanding the context. And also multimodal AI, which means it can handle different kinds of data, images, video, code, you name it.
Okay.
And that combination lets it actually create original content just from a simple prompt.
And that's the huge leap, isn't it? It's not just rearranging stuff that already exists.
Exactly.
It's generating something genuinely new. The article points out that the early adopters, they're seeing pretty dramatic results. McKinsey gets quoted estimating it could boost marketing productivity by, 5 to 15%?
Which sounds small maybe, but translates to billions in value every year. It's significant.
Billions. Yeah.
And we're already seeing real-world examples. Companies are like slashing content production times, things that took months, now taking days.
Wow.
Seeing better campaign ROI, definite lifts in engagement metrics. The key thing is it can augment human creativity. It frees up marketers for the higher level, more strategic thinking.
Okay, so let's dive into the specific ways the article says Gen AI is transforming content marketing. The first big one seems to be just the sheer scale and speed of creating content.
Yeah, this is probably the most immediate impact you notice. I mean, think about instantly churning out high-quality blog posts, social media updates, detailed product descriptions, ad copy, visuals.
Yes, it used to take ages. So many human hours.
Exactly. Significant hours.
The examples are pretty powerful, too. CarMax, using OpenAI models,
Right.
they turned over 100,000 customer reviews into fresh web content in hours.
Imagine the person power for that manually. Years, maybe.
Hours easily.
And Sage Publishing, they saw a 99% drop in content writing time for things like textbook descriptions.
99%.
Yeah, using a tool like Jasper AI. And it cut their related marketing costs in half.
That kind of efficiency just changes the game for what a marketing team can even attempt to do.
Completely changes the possibilities.
Which leads us nicely into the next point. This idea of hyper-personalization and micro-targeting, almost the holy grail for marketers.
And it really is.
Yeah.
Because once you can create content that fast and that easily, you can start varying it almost endlessly. These Gen AI tools let you create thousands, maybe millions, potentially even billions of content variations, all tailored precisely to specific customer segments or behaviors or even individual preferences.
That kind of one-to-one marketing, it just wasn't feasible before. Too expensive, too complex logistically for almost everyone.
Exactly.
The article mentions Starbucks using AI for individualized offers in their app. That drives loyalty.
Yeah, and remember Nutella's Unica campaign.
Yeah.
7 million unique jar labels.
Yeah, that was huge.
Okay, maybe not purely generative AI as we think of it now, but it shows how powerful that feeling of uniqueness is for consumers, which Gen AI can now deliver digitally, but at a massive scale.
It taps into that feeling of being seen, being understood by a brand.
Precisely. Another big shift the article highlights is multimodal content and entirely new creative formats.
Right, because AI isn't just about text anymore, is it?
Not at all. You've got image generators, DALL-E, Midjourney, others, video platforms too. These tools let marketers create custom visuals, videos, even interactive stuff on demand, often just from text prompts.
Coca-Cola's Create Real Magic campaign is a great example they used. Letting people generate AI art based on the Coke brand drove huge engagement.
And Nike, using AI to simulate that virtual tennis match, Serena Williams, across different eras.
Oh, I remember that one. Very cool.
Yeah, it's blending data, storytelling, visual creation. It just opens up totally new ways to be creative and connect with your audience.
So beyond the actual creation, the article also talks about workflow automation, getting efficiency gains across the whole marketing process.
Yes, this is about streamlining all the tasks around the content creation itself. Things like content planning, translation, making sure everything's brand compliant, automatically tagging images or videos maybe, even handling scheduling. It just speeds up the whole content lifecycle.
So it's not just that creation time drops,
Yeah.
but the time to get a whole campaign out the door from the initial idea to actually launching it, that shrinks too, maybe by half.
Potentially, yeah. It's about automating those lower value repetitive tasks to free up the human brain power for more important stuff.
Makes sense.
And that efficiency connects to the next point.
Yeah.
Getting enhanced data-driven insights and enabling continuous optimization. AI-powered analytics can just chew through massive amounts of data incredibly fast. Spotting trends, understanding audience sentiment, predicting which content is likely to perform best.
The Bayer example in the article is really smart here.
Yeah, that was clever.
They combined data from Google Trends, climate data, used predictive models to figure out when flu outbreaks might happen.
Which let them adapt their marketing for cold and flu products in real time.
And the results: big increases in click-through rates, lower cost per click.
That's insight translating directly into measurable business impact. It makes your marketing so much more dynamic, more responsive.
Yeah, definitely.
And then finally, the article talks about repurposing and expanding content libraries.
This is about getting more mileage out of everything you create. Right?
Exactly. Maximizing the value. Gen AI tools can take, say, a long-form piece, like a webinar transcript,
Okay.
and instantly chop it up into multiple shorter assets, a blog post, several social media updates, talking points for a video, even a whole email sequence.
Deloitte Digital is mentioned as using this kind of content supply chain approach.
Yeah, just ensures brands can deliver personalized, high-quality stuff across every channel efficiently, making sure no valuable insight or piece of content just sits there unused.
So, okay, we've got all this capability. Creating at scale, hyper-personalization, these new formats, huge efficiency gains. Is the end goal here just to replace human marketers? The article seems pretty clear that's not the idea.
Absolutely not. That's a core theme. AI isn't replacing human creativity. It's meant to amplify it. The most effective approach described isn't really AI versus humans. It's AI with humans. The AI acts like a powerful co-pilot.
Okay.
It handles the first drafts, the iterations, the heavy lifting maybe,
Right.
while the humans provide the strategic direction, ensure the brand voice is right, check the quality, and inject that essential emotional depth, the cultural nuance that AI still struggles with.
Sam Altman from OpenAI is quoted suggesting AI might handle a huge chunk of what marketers currently pay agencies for.
Yeah, but he also stresses that human oversight stays crucial for authenticity, for the strategic vision,
Right.
which naturally means roles are changing. Marketers are shifting, maybe from being primarily content creators to becoming expert editors, curators, and importantly, prompt engineers.
Prompt engineering. That's key.
Definitely. People skilled at writing the precise instructions needed to get the best, most relevant, most creative output from these AI tools.
It's a different kind of skill set, isn't it? Blending marketing know-how with understanding how to, talk to the AI.
Exactly. It's a blend.
And we're seeing this blend work already. The Heinz AI ketchup campaign?
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
Using DLE2, right? It generated images that just looked like Heinz bottles from simple prompts, got massive earned media, tons of engagement.
And Microsoft's AI-generated ad for the Surface. Huge reduction in time and cost compared to traditional methods. And, importantly, viewers apparently couldn't tell the AI parts from the human-made parts.
Interesting.
And Booking.com using AI features to simplify trip planning, tailor recommendations, that shows how AI can directly improve the customer experience and drive conversions.
So it's clear this transformation is powerful. It's happening now. But the article is careful to point out there are significant challenges too. Decision makers need to be aware.
Right, it's not all smooth sailing. One of the biggest is just maintaining quality and authenticity. AI can churn out stuff incredibly fast, but making sure it actually meets brand standards, keeps a consistent voice, feels authentic, not just generic. That takes careful human oversight, iteration.
And it also requires pretty significant organizational change.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Integrating AI successfully isn't just about installing some software. It means new skills are needed, Workflows and processes have to be reimagined.
Yeah.
And you need to foster a company culture that's okay with learning, experimenting, trying things out with these new tools.
It's about investing in AI literacy across the board, maybe restructuring marketing teams, building new governance frameworks even.
Yes. And the article really emphasizes that the focus needs to be on measuring the impact these changes have,
Hmm.
on engagement, brand perception,
Yeah.
ultimately business growth,
Hmm.
not just how much content you're pumping out.
Right, volume isn't the goal in itself.
These-
So this deep dive into Jay Tillotson's Techshift article, it really paints a pretty comprehensive picture, I think. Generative AI is fundamentally changing content marketing. We're seeing unprecedented scale, hyper-personalization, these new multimodal formats.
Massive efficiency gains, deeper insights, smarter repurposing of content.
It's acting like a powerful amplifier for human creativity, and it's definitely reshaping traditional marketing roles.
But as we said, it's not without its hurdles. Success means tackling challenges around content quality, authenticity,
Right.
especially when producing so much,
Hmm.
and, crucially, managing the huge organizational shifts needed to really weave AI into the fabric of how marketing gets done.
The article leaves us with a really pertinent question, something for you, the listener, to really consider within your own organization.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It asks, how prepared is your organization to strategically leverage generative AI not just as a tool for efficiency, but as a catalyst for creative innovation, hyper-personalization, and competitive differentiation in content marketing?
It really pushes beyond just acknowledging the trend, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It forces that inward look. How ready are we really? Because, as the article implies, the winners in this next phase, they'll be the ones who truly master this blend.
Yeah.
The human strategic thinking combined with AI's generative power.
Are you ready to lead that change? Something to definitely think about as we wrap up this deep dive.